Behind every great ruler, there's an even greater woman pulling the strings from the shadows. They say, and this couldn't be more true than with Kosam Sultan, the woman who pulled the strings of the Ottoman Empire for nearly half a century. Welcome to our channel where we bring you the craziest and weirdest facts from human history. Some of the things discussed in this video may be offensive or disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. The Ottoman Empire, known for its grandeur and influence, was shaped significantly by a series of rulers during the 16th and 17th centuries. From the territorial expansions of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent to the naval encounters of Sultan Selim II, and the administrative reforms of Sultan Murad IV, each monarch contributed to the empire's trajectory. But what were the most important events and factors that influenced their decisions? And how did women secretly control the vast empire? Let's start with Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, who reigned from 1520 to 1566. He brought the empire to its zenith in terms of territorial expansion, legal reform, and cultural achievements. Suleiman's focus on a centralized administration and an efficient legal system had a profound impact on governance, influencing the course of events for decades after his reign. Grand Vizier Sakalu Mehmed Pasha, who served under Suleiman and his successors, played a crucial role in shaping these policies. As a key advisor, Sakalu Mehmed Pasha's influence extended to diplomatic and military strategies, leaving a lasting legacy on the empire. He was instrumental in expanding the empire's territories in the Balkans and consolidating power within the administration. In 1526, Sultan Suleiman, with the help of Sokol Mohammed Pasha, achieved a decisive victory against Hungary at the Battle of This. Resounding triumph established Ottoman dominance in Central Europe, reshaping the power dynamics of the region and setting the stage for further Ottoman expansion. However, the empire's ambitions were not solely confined to land. In 1522, the Ottomans laid siege to the strategically important island of Malta. Although the siege ended without capturing the island, it marked the furthest extent of Ottoman expansion into the Mediterranean. Recognizing the limitations of their forces, the Ottomans shifted their focus to strengthening their naval capabilities. Suleiman's son, Sultan Selim II, who reigned from 1566 to 1574, continued his father's legacy, but his reign marked a shift in emphasis towards naval power. Selim's focus was evident in the construction of new ships and the reorganization of the navy. This was a deliberate strategy to counter the growing naval presence of European powers and secure Ottoman interests in the Mediterranean. One of the most significant events during Selim's reign was the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. This battle between the Ottoman Empire and a Holy League, comprised of various European states, resulted in a devastating defeat for the Ottomans. The loss inflicted on the Ottoman navy was substantial, forcing them to reevaluate their naval strategy and marking a turning point in the struggle for supremacy in the Mediterranean. By the early 17th century, the foundations of Ottoman power began to show cracks. Provincial governors, known as begs, wielded considerable influence and often acted with autonomy from the central authority. This trend culminated during the reign of Sultan Murad IV, who ruled from 1623 to 1640. Murad's attempts to restore internal order and reassert central authority were met with resistance, particularly from the powerful military leaders known as Agas. These tensions culminated in the so-called crisis of the 17th century, a period marked by internal revolts and external pressures that significantly impacted the Ottoman Empire. Among these conflicts were the Salali revolts, a series of uprisings that took place in Anatolia between 1595 and 1610. The revolts, led by charismatic military commanders named Salali, highlighted the growing discontent among the local Anatolian population and signaled the weakening of central authority. These challenges during Murad's reign reflected a broader shift in the empire's trajectory, marking a departure from the centralized and reform-minded approach of earlier rulers. As the empire expanded, the role of women also evolved. While still confined to the palace walls, women like Harem Sultan, Roxolana, and Kosam Sultan wielded significant influence over their husbands, the sultans. Their influence extended to political decision-making, economic policies, and cultural patronage, leaving a lasting impact on the empire's trajectory. So what do you think? How did the Ottoman Empire rise to power and influence the course of history? Let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to like, comment, and share if you enjoyed this journey through time. Thanks for watching.